about kilometers, another form of a metric unit of length, and it measures long distances. Okay, a kilometer would be what we could would use instead of miles if you were anywhere else other than the United States. So 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. And here's the abbreviations for kilometer in meters. Okay, so remember that 10 centimeters is 1 decimeter, 100 centimeters is 1 meter, and 10 decimeters is 1 meter. But 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. Okay, so again, if we're thinking about which unit we would use to measure the width of a small picture, we would probably use centimeters, right? The length of a truck, we would probably use meters. Remember, kilometer is going to be something really long, like a distance from my house to school or my house to the shopping mall or something from that. So distance from home to school, we would use kilometers. Okay, so again, remember that 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So again, when you go to compare, you've got to make sure that they're both in the same unit. So kilometers, you would change 1 kilometer to 1,000 meters, and that would be equal to. Okay, same thing here, 100 meters and 1 kilometer. So we know that 1 kilometer is the same as 1,000 meters, which would make this 100 meters is less than 1 kilometer. Okay, so again, we would use kilometer to measure long distances. One more thing I want to point out to you. When you're looking at a map, we know that we always have to use a scale or key to help us, because here it is measuring the distance from house to school, and you wouldn't draw the map using meters or kilometers, right? Because that map would be huge. So instead, they're using centimeters to represent kilometers. So for instance here, Nigel's house to school is 5 kilometers. So we want to use a scale to find the actual distance. So 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. So you would take your ruler and measure how many centimeters, and you would know that every centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. So they're telling us that from school to Nigel's house is 5 kilometers. So then if we were to measure from Nigel's house to Westview, how many kilometers would it be? So you would measure this in centimeters, how many centimeters, and then convert it into kilometers. Okay? So you guys are going to do some practice for workbook today, and then I'll probably have a measuring activity for you guys to work on tomorrow.